Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. Okay, so I'm in class and I'm reading this chapter here, and I've read about this concealed weapons and stuff for campus grounds and shit. So I'm taking a break from this to record this video because what I just read makes this a very interesting topic and also a double-edged sword. All right, so I just read this section. I'm gonna read it here. If my rapist had a gun, I had no doubt I would be dead. That is why I started this petition against legislators to these states that do not allow guns on campus and put survivors like me in even more danger. Now, before I got to this, it was all about making it a woman's choice for CCW, which is concealed carried weapons. All right. This thing is a double-edged sword and it's a hot topic because of the simple fact here in Charlottesville, we've had some incidences, not on our campus of the University of Virginia, but down the road in Blacksburg. Everybody remembers April 16th with the young Korean man who decided to go on a killing spree. There was another incident where another Asian man sadly chopped the head off of his girlfriend with a knife at a food court, and that one never really got as much coverage as the April 16th one. But the fact of the matter is, having a concealed weapon is a good and bad thing at the same time. On college grounds, it's a really hard debate, and the reason why I stopped reading this chapter to make this video while it was fresh in my head, because the things I've read, some of the things kind of make you ashamed to be a man, and some of the things you're like, all right, I got 5 sisters, dude, and I'll deny that I love them in court, but I wouldn't want to see anything happen to them. I'll also deny that in court. But the point of the matter is, most of the time, whenever there's a weapon involved, it's the act of a coward trying to do something to someone else, all right? Or is the act of a person who's far past negotiation. Now, with this young lady and stuff, and I mean, my feelings kind of hurt that she was a victim of rape. And then there was another woman who had a CCW, and her rape happened because she wasn't allowed to have her weapon on campus. She had all the credentials, she had the license, she went through all the training, and she got raped because she didn't have her weapon with her. And I'm like, okay. So it's kind of a double-edged sword because you can still have your weapon with you, and shit can still go wrong. All right? Without question, without a shadow of a doubt, you can have your weapon with you, and no bones about it, no BS behind it. Things can still go wrong. Things can go from good to bad in a matter of nanoseconds. And I literally mean it can go from good to bad in a matter of nanoseconds, just due to the fact that, off guard, if you're not like prepared and you're caught off guard, it's pretty much a done deal. That you can be attacked and that things can go wrong, and that it is imperative that you know this, because the weapon isn't always a golden nugget. It's not always going to be something that is it's a double-edged sword due to the fact that what can save you can also get you killed or used against you. And a lot of people, they aren't taught that in the reality scope. The real spectrum of life there is that, if you don't know how to use a weapon, that it's practically useless for you. Let's call it like it is. It is practically useless to have a weapon if you can't use it. Or to quote Garrus Vakarian from Mass Effect, a weapon that you cannot use is not a weapon at all. And that's something that we should all keep into consideration, as this is a double-edged sword. And the reason why I call it that is because you're kind of damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And secondly, if you are a woman and you're going to school, the school should do everything it can to possibly make you feel safe while attending school. And you know, they should have better security parameters. They should have better things going on instead of having you like suffer through the shit. You know, that's just my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but it is my personal opinion. And an opinion is like an asshole. Everybody has one. Two, if you actually know a few assholes in person. But you know, it's a double-edged sword for the simple fact that you have no idea what that person across the room is thinking. You have no idea what that person is capable of. And 9 times out of 10, once they start their motion, it's too damn late to stop it. You know, it literally is just too late. And then you have no way out. And that becomes a problem. And it becomes a problem for the simple fact that you don't know what the hell's going on. And then once you are under attack, it's easy to work a scenario. It's really easy. It's really easy to work a scenario in your head. I do this all the time with martial arts. It's super easy to work a scenario in your head. Super duper easy. The problem is, reality is a different ballgame. In general, reality is a totally different ballgame. And if you don't know how reality works, the reality check sucks. And I say this lovingly because sometimes you can get what you need, and sometimes you just can't. You know, because sometimes you just are at the right place at the wrong time, and these things happen more often than we think. You know, and the reason that they happen is because we are unprepared or unaware of what is going on. Yeah. Changing some notebooks while I'm doing this for a class. I decided I'm not going to carry 2 notebooks. I'm just going to carry 1 notebook full of paper and both class syllabuses in there. I'll work out the minutiae of the plan later. But yeah, you know, we have these incidences due to, mostly, if I may say, some cowardly ass men that instead of doing what they should do and respectfully try to get the woman on a date, they decide to do other things. The one I read before I just read this was a lady who was ostracized basically by her school. Let me see if I can find her name. Because she was raped by somebody that she knew, which is generally the case for most rape victims. More rape victims are raped by someone that they know versus someone that they don't know. And I just read it. Where the hell did it go? Is that it? Yeah, her name is Landon Gamble. And she was a victim of rape in the Chapel Hills area in North Carolina. And her school put her through so much shit. And then I got to this part that I'm reading about people not having guns and having guns on campus. So as I end this, you know, I want to tell y'all, you know, that it's a double-edged sword. And the reason why it is a double-edged sword because there are other weapons of choice that people can choose to use to sexually assault young women. You can choose to threaten them. You can use knives. You can use sharp objects. You know, and fear itself is one of the things that does that. And here's another thing I want to close out because I'm a martial artist. I've always been a martial artist, and I've always been a street fighter. That surprise attack, that off-guard hit, that I wasn't prepared for this person to just come out of nowhere, that's part of reality. And no matter how good you are with these, or your handgun, however quick you are on the hip, it means nothing if you don't see it coming. It means absolutely nothing. If someone blindsides you in the back of the head because they know that you have a weapon, because you know, like I just said, most women and people are raped by somebody that they know. before they are raped by a stranger, unless they come to a city. And this is not me being an ass. If they come to a city where there has been a serial rapist, 9 times out of 10 that's a phenomenon. But however, it does happen. There's nothing impossible about that. It does happen. There are some strangers who do rape. Serial rapists don't give a shit. They don't have to know you. They just go on and rape you. Remember the California rapist that they just got? He was looking like dog shit now. But yeah, having a weapon is a double-edged sword, because a weapon that you can't get to is not a weapon at all. It's just an obstacle. And as a martial artist, I always tell people the same thing I'm going to tell you. A weapon is an advantage that can be taken from you if you encounter the right person who knows what the hell they're doing. You know, you can pull a gun out on somebody, and if they're fearless, you know, and they just snatch the gun from you, you got a problem. So, you know, it's kind of, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Would I prefer for women to be able to carry a concealed weapon? Yes and no. Because you're going to have to go through all these rights of men. Because men are going to want to carry concealed weapons. And if one of those men doesn't have a history in, like, burglary or robbery or rape, he gets one of those weapons and he decides, you know, he's been secretly raping chicks and he's just never been caught. He's been a smart rapist. He has a rape kit. He has condoms, gloves, concealed weapon. You know, I can go on and on about this. You know, if he's, I've never understood how a rapist could. I guess it's the thrill that gets them down there functioning. You know, I've never really been into that kind of thing. I'm like, I've never understood. Rapes take time. Some of them, not all of them. Some rapists get it in and get it out, you know. And I'm not trying to say that in a dickified way, but some rapists are just 2-minute brothers or whatever, and they can rape their victim in less than 10 minutes and escape. I don't see how that fucking works, but it does happen. Unless they're in a place where there's like little to no lighting, where there's little to no people, where a rapist can grab a woman and take his time with her, or in any case, date rape, because that would probably be the longest form of rape because it's not consensual, but it's still rape. Then there's GHB, where they put it in a girl's drink and take her home, and it's all she wrote. She wakes up the next day, don't know what the fuck happened other than she's been sexually assaulted. She wakes up in a stranger's house. And at the time of this video, I want you all to know that before this gets too far, as far as I personally know, and I'm not going to swear to this, but as far as this video goes, I believe that date rape is illegal in all 50 states. That if a woman is unconscious, she cannot consent to sex. Alright? Now, I don't know if that works in the opposite direction, because men can be raped also by women. This is a new time. This is a new era. This isn't the 80s where only women got raped. In this era, women can rape men too. It has been known. It has not been reported, but it has been known, because a lot of people don't know how to deal with that factor. In a couple of my other classes that I've taken, that has come up. So yeah, I will make a second video to this. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. BC and you.